Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing some big red Thor or TORALF. He's basically Thor. I mean, it's TORALF's hammer, everything, but it's just better if we call this Thor, right? So Thor, 4 mana, 5/4, can also be a hammer, which is like the worst artifact of all time, and so don't ever play it unless you have like a TORALF that's not going to leave the battlefield and it's the only play you've got. That's the only time you play the TORALF's hammer, just so you know. And so we're not even going to talk about it too much. The Thor here, sorry, 4 mana, 5/4 with Trample God. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, TORALF deals damage equal to the excess to any number of other targets other than that permanent, or to any target other than that permanent. So basically this is what it can do. So if we hit in for like a Frostbite for 3 mana, 3 damage, and we hit a Robber of the Rich or something with 2 toughness, the excess damage of that will be able to go to any creature. So the extra 1 point of damage will be able to go to face, it can go to another planeswalker or anything, which is pretty cool. Well, if we have like Shattered Skull Smashing and we have to kill 2 things, but one of the X things, like we end up just doing way more damage to something, well, we can send all of that extra damage to face, or we can send it to the next thing and there's excess damage then we send that excess damage to something else. So let's say that we like Shattered Skull Smashing and they're going wide, they're playing tokens, and we get to kill 2 creatures and go off with it and put all the mana into it, which will do like 12 points of damage. Well, we get to do 1 to each of those tokens, and then we have 10 left over. We get to point that to another one. We have 9 left over, kind of keep going down the route. And so that's a way to kind of just get rid of a tokens board. So that's basically what TORALF can do. It's really cool, really fun. We can start just going crazy with it. And the way that we can go crazy with it mostly is with one card in general that I think is it's not that it's underplayed, because there's a reason why this isn't as good, but it works so well with TORALF that I'm actually pretty excited for this. And someone put it on the comments below that no YouTube creator has actually done a TORALF deck. Watch me like put this out, and now everyone has done it. But I recorded this the day before it comes out, so it shouldn't be too much, right? Anyway, but purpose intervention, X red sorcery. You can either choose one of these. Either create an X1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste, so it can be a really big creature for however much mana you got, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step, or Perforos's intervention deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. So it's only to creature and planeswalker. You can't actually send this at face, and you can kind of send it with the elemental, but now we kind of can send it to face, is basically the idea. I've done this idea before with Perfor's intervention, like with Brash Taunter type of thing, which we do have in the deck. The biggest issue we might have is that they don't have creatures, which this only works for opponents, for creatures opponents control. But we also just have a bunch of deal damage to creatures and not to face. And so that's basically what Brash Taunter is here for, is that we can, if we need to, they're not playing any creatures, anything like that, we can just throw all of this damage at the Brash Taunter instead and do 5-6 points of damage to face every turn. You know, have it fight something else as well. If there's, it can fight TORALF and deal 5 points of damage. Like, so Brash Taunter, I think, deserves a slot here as a 2 of, and it's pretty good. Otherwise, we're trying to play like kind of a big red deck with a bunch of removal, a bunch of different things that we can be playing out for just some damage here and there. Storm's Wrath, also awesome. If we let them have a big board, we can play out TORALF the next turn. Storm's Wrath, it does kill TORALF, but if we get to kill everything that has like 1 toughness, it could just be like 20 points of damage, or it could be a lot less. I don't know. I think that kind of a combo is really good in Commander. Like if ever there's a big board, you have TORALF out and you get like Blasphemous Act, you could potentially kill everyone that turn. Like that's how crazy TORALF is. Like that's a 1-turn play. Oh, by the way, everyone has a big board state. All right, TORALF, Blasphemous Act, good game, everyone, as long as they don't have the ability to stop it, you know, like whatever. It's like, that's insane. It's so good. And so I'm actually a really big fan of TORALF. It's a fun card. Bergie, God of Storytelling, just kind of adds to this, just because we want to have a little bit extra mana to be able to cast multiple burn spells at the same turn. Like basically we want to get to TORALF quickly if we can. Having this just kind of add extra mana to us. 3 mana, 3/3, it's a decent blocker. If we do need a chump block, it's decent. The other side of it with the legendary horn can just let us kind of dig through our deck to try to find TORALF again, because we do need that to kind of get through the damage for this with this deck, or get to our Bone Crusher Giant, or get to lands so we can actually keep hitting our land drops drops to make sure we're playing our bigger plays, Perfor's Intervention, whatever it is. And so Burgundy kind of is the filler card here for us that I think it does fit there. I'm not sure how well this will do with the deck. That's the one card I'm kind of like, either this is going to be the most busted card. I'm picturing that it can be, but or it can be something that's not very good. I feel like with Tundra Fumarole, it's going to be something really good, which is why we're playing full snow-covered mountains, Faceless Havens, Frostbites to be able to like make sure we get some extra damage for cheap, or just be able to cast multiple things in a turn. Maze Mine Tomes will help us draw a few extra cards, and then basically Bergie is our extra card filler for us. A couple of Fire Prophecies as well, so we can kind of just filter through, get rid of things we don't need. And then on the top end, we have the Fire Emancipation, which is so fun. I'm really excited to try to get this out there with TORALF, which gives us a really high chance of having some excess damage. We already saw how busted getting multiple of these out can do when we did our our only win condition was Spike-Filled Hazard, and we Spike-Filled Hazard for 1.5 million. If you guys want to check out, it's a For Science video I did like the week before Kaldheim came out, and so really fun one. This is it's just a really fun card. Everything deals triple damage that any source we control deals triple damage. It's just, if we have this out there and we have any way to kind of do damage, first off, our Frostbite now does 9 damage to any creature for 1 mana. That's big. That's actually really good. So Fire Emancipation, I think, is just one of those, like, it is a win more card, but it's kind of a win more card that just like turns on our deck completely, that I think should just win us games. Anyway, I've talked about this a lot, so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this one does for us, and wish me luck. All right, I'm against Wild Race Cat, and we'll keep this. Bone Crusher into Bergie into hopefully TORALF. That seems pretty good. We can even probably hold off on Bergie. I think that in general we want Bergie to be like our combo piece in this deck. I do think it's probably gonna be better that way. All right, play a Snow-Covered Mountain, pass the turn. Up against a Yorion deck. Ugh. Yay. More Bone Crushies. Definitely wouldn't mind finding the land that we need here. Brash Taunter. All right, Mardu version of this. Okay, this might be actually the Mardu aggro deck then. Which then we might want to hold up the Bone Crusher Giants. And we're going to go ahead and send one to face because we're going to play it out on the next turn. Oh, yeah, because we want to try to get this war off before we necessarily play all these things out. Pass the turn. So I'm not sure the right way to be playing TORALF. Right now we're playing it in kind of like a more combo-y type of deck, but I could definitely see it being played more as a just the top end of like a mono red aggro deck, or like burn deck in general, where it's like, okay, well, you can send the damage at creatures instead and it's still good. Let's drop Rash Taunter. Only have 2 of them. Shame to go away, but I think it needs to. It must go. Swing in. No land. Do I play out the other Bone Crushy guy? They're playing Croxas. Are they also going to be playing board wipes? Yeah, because it's probably Tibalt and Turgid with Croxa. It's the most likely shenanigans that could be happening here. All right, resolve, drop a Frostbite. Or do we drop the Bergie? Because like the horn is the side of it that we want, and it's far away from us right now. So I think we actually drop that. As weird as it is, I think that's the right play. All right, Charming Prince. All right, Stomp Face. That is a creature we can target, but I think that we're just getting rid of this. If they have Yorion for the next turn, I don't want to see that. They gain 3 life now, up to 15. There we go. Doing the things. Hopefully no board wipe. Down to 11. TORALF. Here comes Thor. Honestly, I love the effect of this card, and I want to see it again in the future in a card that works well for standard rather than just commander. That's my opinion with this card. I actually, so this is the other side of it too. I think this will be good once Throne of Eldraine mutates away and it's no longer there. All right, Mythos Snapback's definitely a Turgid deck. They chose the they chose it for us too. They chose the wrong one. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's amazing. So because they're playing the Mardu colors, they're able to choose for me which ones I keep, which I don't. And they totally picked the wrong ones there. The Shame Scoop. We went through a Shame Scoop. Yes. All right, up against Ironwood. Which, fun fact, I used to live, or we have a cattle corral. My stepdad does on Ironwood Road in Arizona. A little bit of fun fact there for you guys. I'm keeping a 2-line hand because of Fire Prophecy and Maze Mind Tome here. Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell the story here. Okay, so pass the turn. We're gonna hold up on our upkeep. I'm actually not sure if I want to be playing too much here. Someone bought the one part of land, so we have state lease land of like 500 acres in the middle of Arizona desert where we run cattle, or at least my stepdad does. Faceless Haven. That is a thing that we could do. No, we're trying to find TORALF, right? That does get us up to land is the only thing I was debating there. Okay, yeah, go to main phase, place out. But I think we're just going to go Fire Prophecy and get rid of this. All right. Pass turn. I wanted information now. I know that I could wait until the next turn to kind of hit stuff and everything. Anyway, what happened was the one like spot where we run the headquarters of everything. So the way the state lease works is that someone can buy it from the state at any time, and we can go make an appeal to try to like get it to not happen. You know, for them not take the land that we have and stuff. Basically, what happened is that someone bought it, and the state's like, "Oh no, you're good. It doesn't matter. You don't matter. So we're just going to give it to this person. You can rebuild in another location." And we're like, okay then. And it's been a little bit awkward. Just the politics of state government sometimes and land, the Bureau of Land Management, all that kind of stuff. It's so bad. It's disgusting sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and get out Bergie. It's a play that we can do. We're doing it. Pass the turn. Definitely, I was trying to dig for lands in TORALF. I guess I should have kept the Faceless Haven for the 4th land there. Felidar Retreat. Okay. 2 lands. Maybe they'll make it a 3/3. I would love that. All right. Nope. Yeah, we just got to hit a land. If this is a land off top, this is annoying. We've gone 4 cards deep to try to find one. Let's see if we can do it. Ah, we finally find a TORALF. All right, we have Fire Prophecy, right? So we'll keep it on top. Draw the card. All right, go to main phase. We get to swing in with Bergie. They go for the double block. Perfect. We go for... Do we want to actually get rid of anything in hand? Yeah, we need to find the land. All right, we get rid of the Brash Taunter, I believe. They're going to have creatures to play. Brash Taunter can be nice, but they're going wide, so it doesn't really matter. All right, sweet. Kill the other one. Snow-covered mountain. Man, we can't actually play the TORALF, though. Let's just play out Bone Crusher Giant. Or just Stomp Face here. We have TORALF into Purphosa's Intervention anyway. And I think we need to control the board state a little bit anyway. So let's just do that. Pass the turn. Yeah, this should be the deck where we actually get to show off how cool this can get. All right, Scoot Swarm. Tokens. Man, we need to be able to play other stuff. All right, I might have messed this up a little bit. If we hit land, I kind of did. Okay, Beanstalk Giant. Another land. More Scoot Swarms and counters. Oh, that's bad. Okay, land. TORALF. I don't know if we can go big enough here to kill all the Scoot Swarms. Not yet. But the next turn is a very big possibility, actually. So past the turn. Yeah, there's kind of some interesting plays you can go for here. The issue is the Felidar Retreat putting counters onto everything. Because the excess damage, we would just be able to go kill all the tokens and do everything with it, right? As long as they don't have too much land here, which I know that's all the issues I always run into. I never actually have lands when I'm playing this deck. There's Yorvo. Cool. Gem Razor. That's not a land. That's a land. All right. Counters onto Yorvo for days and days and days. All right, cool. All right. Is there any way we can just kill him? No. All right, so we don't care about these guys. Just stop as much damage as we can. Stay alive for an extra turn. Down to 18. That's a land. X5, X10. I don't think we can win. All right, so we have 8 damage we can send somewhere. Hit here. Now we have 6 damage we can send somewhere. Hit here. Hit here. I mean, that's a really cool play. Unfortunately, we were just a little too late with hitting that 4th land, and so we didn't get there at this one. Like, the game's over, but that was cool. That's my takeaway here. I guess we could have another Purpuros's Intervention or what? I don't even know. No, just take it. and here's the dream. The Frostbite. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Kill another one. And we'll send it to face. Whatever. Okay. All right, good game. We're done. We're done here. You got us. We did the thing, and then we're done. All right, up against Inglilia, and don't have all of our snow sources for Frostbite. 2 lands? Is that good enough? Maze Mind Tome for Fire Prophecy is pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep this. We can go Maze Mind Tome turn 2. Hold off a little bit to try to get to other stuff before we play too many things. Burgi can help us get a little bit of extra mana. One cool thing about Burgi too is that it does help you ramp up to play the other side of this. Kind of. You have to cast stuff to get the extra ramp. Burgi's a weird card because it feels like it needs to be in a deck that ramps like crazy as well, right? Or draws like crazy. All right, Maze Mind Tome. Pass the turn. We'll stop on our upkeep. We really have to hit a land here, really desperately. So we will definitely scry twice if that's what it takes. All right, scry, land. That counts as a land. Yeah, we'll keep it. Draw. Go to my main phase. Play this tapped. Not going to play Burgi out here. They're definitely holding up something. And we can just keep drawing cards to find more lands. We definitely need more lands. So yeah, just pass the turn. All right, there we go. Doing nothing all day long. Better believe it. That's a land. Now do we want to scry? What do we play? Do we play out Burgi here? I don't know if we do. I guess not, right? Yeah, go to main phase. Play that snow-covered mountain. I think we just draw more cards. Well, this is fun. We at least got the card advantage side of things. We're making sure that we're hitting our land drops. We have some good plays. If we can like land a Fiery Emancipation before we do anything else, that's pretty sweet. Shark Typhoon for a 1/1. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that. In fact, it might be nice to have a 1/1 out there for us to do other stuff in the future. Yep, sure. Cool. You got it, sir. I'm not sure how good Storm Wrath is going to be. Depends on if they end up having like Shark Typhoon out and making a bunch of 1/1s or 2/2s. Then it could be really good for us. All right, swings in. Cool. Cool. Down to 19. Definitely just want to find a TORALF here, right? I wouldn't mind that. Fire Prophecy. Is there anything we want to get rid of? I guess it is Storm's Wrath, right? Let's see if they have interaction. They've got to have something. Let's just draw a card. And we can also just play out the Burgie on the other side of it. Like that's a lot of really good card advantage. I feel like they've got to counter that. So maybe that's what we play Burgie for. It's just for the ability to force counter spells out of the deck, right? So okay, play Hernfell. I feel like they've got removal. They have all the other stuff. Might as well activate this side of it. Let's just draw all of our cards. All right, rewinds. Cool. Yeah. All right, this is an annoying kind of counter deck. They have all the counter spells type of deck. Good to know. We at least started out with some pretty good card advantage. You can play Fiery Emancipation on the next turn. Cling to Dust. Well, we're tapped out. Are you going to go for anything? I wouldn't mind finding a TORALF. We've gone through quite a bit of our deck digging for that as well. Ashiok's Nightmare. Okay. That can take care of the Fire Emancipation because it's just any permanent, right? Okay, pass to my turn. Creature or Planeswalker, creature or Planeswalker. Okay, good. Yeah, pass to my turn. Faceless Haven is nice. All right, so does this add? I might be able to use Faceless Haven. I'm trying to remember how this actually works. So 4 damage. So hit the Ashiok. So it's a snow thing. Okay, it just adds the other color. I feel like that should add snow mana, right? Because it's a snow permanent that's adding mana. Shouldn't that be snow? Anyway, it's all good. All right, let's Fire Prophecy. Let's actually draw a card here now. Draw a card. Because I want to Fire Prophecy. Okay. I just want to see what else we could do. All right. So Frostbite, hit this. Fire Prophecy. Kill this guy. Attack a snow-covered mountain. And now we don't have cards in hand, really. But hey, you know, such is life. Also can't hold up Frostbite. Darn it. Man, if we had TORALF, this would actually be still pretty cool, I guess. These are the kinds of decks I feel like this kind of shenanigans definitely doesn't work as well against, of course. Before we play Faceless Haven, we try to get out Fiery Emancipation, right? Because then Faceless Haven hits in for 12 points of damage instead of 4. I mean, we got to go for that, right? Yeah, we'll see. All right, Fiery Emancipation. What you got, sir? Scry's 2. Didn't counter that. They definitely had some sort of interaction. They could have another Ashiok. We haven't seen a lot of their deck, really. Just counter spells, Cling to Dust. That's basically it. Shark Typhoon. Perforos's Intervention just wins the game here. If they don't have an answer for it. Right? That does just win the game, right? Because it's how much mana do we have here? All right, I'm doing this first to try to throw them off their game a little bit too. So we have 5. Yeah, so we have 7. We have 21 points of damage right now. If this doesn't get countered, I think that we go for Faceless Haven first. Do we use the Perforos's Intervention? It's another way to deal with planeswalkers and whatnot. X3. This also creates lethal, so they have to deal with 2 things. All right, let's go ahead and go for this. This way we have 2 threats instead of 1. They can counter this if they have another rewind and removal or whatever. Like that's possible. It's all good. Okay, neutralizes. Rude. Does that mean we get to hit for 10 or 12? Come on. You know you want to let us. Oh, I'm hurt. Rude. All right, well, we tried for it. It failed. Let's find another Faceless Haven. All right, pass the turn. We're back to this game of eventually we'll do stuff, I guess. Yeah, with how many cards they're holding in hand, I don't expect us to ever really resolve any of our main things. We're going to keep playing the game, though. They have Castle of Vantress to keep scrying for stuff. Keep digging for things. They can draw with Cling to Dust. We haven't seen a good win con yet. All right. Has a 4/4. I guess it could have killed it there. All right, where's it? We need a TORALF now. This is the time. We can do 12 points of damage to the shark and then send 8 to face. Okay, down to 19. Come on, off the top. I believe in you. I do. They're looking at my Fire Emancipation like they were expecting it to do damage as well. Oh, okay, Ashiok. All right. Well, we can definitely kill the Ashiok. So we do this now because then Ashiok only, well, yeah, I guess it was going to take just that much anyway. But get rid of Fumarole. It's sorcery speed, so it's a little bit harder to play in this matchup in general. Last card, discard spell? That'd be annoying. Oh. Alright, Fire Emancipation. Pass the turn. Well, we got rid of another Ashiok. Again, that's between the Sharks and Ashiok, those are the only actual win conditions, so we're kind of okay at the moment. We get to do potentially 6 points of damage to face. I think we're actually just going to kill the shark, though. Down to 15. And we'll do it on their end step. Stop drawing lands. I will hold it in hand for now, though. Pass the turn. Brash Taunter wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, Brash Taunter is a really interesting card with Fire Emancipation, because however much damage is dealt to it, that much extra damage will be dealt to other stuff, right? They've already tapped down for 2 mana. Let's go ahead and try to get them to tap more now. And then we just hope we top deck something good. Yeah, with this out, Stompy Void does kill this. All right, Brazen Borrower. I wasn't sure if they were going to have those. We hadn't seen them yet. All right, cool. Sad day. Oh, well. All right, that works too, though. All right, so Fire Emancipation. They have Mazemind Tome held up. If they counter this, we're probably just going to be done. I don't want to play the grindy matchup anymore. I mean, I'm going to stick it out. You know, stick to it. We'll make this work. I believe. But kind of, you know, also don't really care to believe that much. All right, they keep having more card draw, more stuff. Oh man, I don't see how people can play these decks over and over again. Like I do it every once in a while for the fun of it, like here and there, but I don't think I can do it that often. All right, we're gonna play out the Bone Crusher Giant first. In fact, I might play both out to try to get some more counter spells or something. You can push removal. This just hits for 4. All right, we're only gonna put out 1 at a time. If they want to target it, removal it, then sweet. Otherwise, we're kind of holding off a little bit. It's the right way to play. Brazen Borrower is annoying, just because our life total is getting lower. You know what would be nice to find? How far have we dug? We've almost gone through half of our deck. We haven't found one of the card that we build our entire deck around. And we did scry quite a few to the bottom as well. Mazemind Tome. I wouldn't mind finding another Burgie as well to kind of do other stuff there too. So many cards in hand. I think they're at 8? 9? Is that 9 cards in hand? All right, let's see if they get greedy and play something so that they don't have to discard. That's the dream, right? Everything's the dream. All right, swings in. Yep. Down to 8. Tap out or discard. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Come on. Give us a shot. Going to the end step. Discarding from hand. Dude, taking forever. Bloodchief's Thirst. They had a removal. They do take 6 if they go for removal, though, so there is that. All right, we want to try to draw out counterspells. So, Stomp here first. I really want to go for this Perforos's Intervention. We do present lethal by doing it. We have Bone Crusher Giants to do stuff with on the other turns. This has Trample as well. All right, X5. If they are just holding up a Shark here, this stops them from being able to play Shark this turn, which means we probably get in for the Bone Crusher Giant. Which means maybe I should have swung in first because I could have just got the win, right? All right, anyway, 5. Yeah, I think that's probably the better way to go. I should have done this first. Swung in, and then I would have had 12 and 6 as 18, so not quite lethal. Where this does present lethal, at least with the full board. All right, Thassa. Cool. Swing with Bone Crushy. Heartless Act takes 6. All right. I mean, it's not 12. But that's not bad. A couple other of these guys. All right. They keep... Man, they have all the cards. This has been such a crazy game. At least they're getting in for some damage, though. They get to gain 4 life with the Mazemind Tome. Can we find a second Fire Emancipation? That would be fun. Then it's 9 times damage. Murderous Rider plays it out. All right, play Bone Crushy boy. Yet they have a chump blocker now, which kind of forces us to play a secondary one, which we will. We only win by top decking good stuff from here out anyway. So Essence scatters one, play out the other. Hover over our card in hand to make him think that we have another play after this. Got him. Pass the turn. I don't got squat. There's probably nothing that gives me more satisfaction in life than trolling control players. Mazemind Tome. Draws more cards, gains more life. Good for you, sir. Man, if we had stuck that Bergie, this game would have been over so quick. Maybe I should have been a little bit more hesitant on that. They've held up counter spells every single turn. We just didn't do it on that one. All right, Heartless Axe takes 6. We go to 6. And if they just have counter spells, they kill us in 3 turns, right? All right, Bergie. I mean, if they're using Thassa's intervention on another one, yeah. We still have one more turn to find something, I guess, technically. Let's play out the land. I'm going to play this out to the end just because I'm already this far in. This has been a 20-minute game. Oh my gosh. This is a 20-minute game right now. I'll make sure this one's probably the last game in the video, no matter what happens, just because it's long. I think we still have a chance. Now I feel like we have less of a chance. They're getting rid of a counterspell right now just to find other threats. All right. Sounds good. If they were playing this out even a little bit faster, I would be more okay with it. I really wish there was like a time limit, the same type of thing they do with you know, best of 3. All right. Yeah, that's game. Good game. We're done. We found so many lands. Honestly, not that many lands for how many cards we've drawn, but we didn't find enough action. We didn't find a TORALF. That's the issue. All right. We are up against Vincent Vega, and we got a mulligan. Hitting more lands wouldn't be the worst, you know, since we have so many of them. I actually don't remember how many we have. I think it's like 26, 25. So it's not like a million, but should be more than 2 land hands twice in a row. We finally have a TORALF. We have some card draw with Fire Prophecy and some early game stuff. We're up against Yorion though. Let's mulligan again. I think we need to have lands. I just can't find them no matter what we do, right? So we'll keep the fun stuff. Dude, okay, we looked at 2 7-land hands, or sorry, 7 card hands, and we have 25 cards in the deck, 25 lands in the deck, sorry. Okay, now we finally get another land. Yay. Yay, pass the turn. Still, but that's just like, that's not right. Yeah, let's go ahead and stomp now. No, pass my turn. Okay. We might just play out Bone Crush, right? So yeah, I guess I should have stomped. That was a misplay. I should have done it. We are going to play it out. Pass the turn. This is the turn before they typically have Doom Foretold. Okay, swing with Bone Crushy. Down to 16. Please don't have board wipe. We get out TORALF. They don't have creatures, so yay, we got a TORALF. I mean, it is a big body. I mean, this is Quakebringer stats, right? But it actually has trample as well. So I mean, there is that side of it. It's pretty good. Guess we could have gone for the hammer as well. All right, Pelucranos. Well, we get to Shadow Skull for how much? Let's see here. So, what does it say? So, if it's a legendary, it gets +3/+0. If that just gave it to anything, that'd be much better. But just the legendaries. Well, we can hit it for a ton for this. We can throw out Shadow Skull Smashing, play this, and then Frostbite in response. Actually, no, it prevents all damage anyway. You know, so that's what we do, right? We just prevent all the damage. All right, so Pelucranos. Thinking. We can X1 here and then swing with everything. They have to get back Pelucranos anyway. Yeah, because this is actually a little bit awkward. It doesn't work with TORALF because it prevents the damage instead of doing its stuff anyway. So we just want to get rid of Pelucranos. Like Pelucranos, the one creature they play is the one thing that just completely destroys what we're trying to do. Cool. That's right. All right. Yeah, down to 11, pass the turn. Do you have board wipe? Pelucranos with Yorion is pretty nice. It can fight stuff, get down to like 1 counter, blinks it, comes back to 6. But once it's dead, it's a little bit harder for it to be that good. Unless you have a really big graveyard. Elder Gargaroth. Oh. Huh. Well, I guess we're playing Hammer. It's Hammer time. All right, if we get to kill the Gargaroth, at least I'm somewhat happy here. Sure. That is a way to get TORALF back to hand, I guess, right? All right, we get to kill the Gargaroth. They didn't create a creature. I feel like that's definitely the better play there, to create the creature. We can equip this, deal 3 damage to anything, and then have TORALF back to hand. Oh, we have to tap the creature down 2. It's so bad. Why do you have to tap the creature down 2? Like, just let it be a 2-mana thing. Like, it's 4 mana already to do anything. All right, ECD. Yeah, this hammer is just so ugly. Bergie, you don't say. The other side of it gives us all the card advantage we could ever want in the world. It dies to Doom Foretold and it dies to an Elswith Conjure's Death. This gives us a shot to play something. I think we go for the horn side of it instead. Pass the turn. I think if you're on turn 3 and you have Bergie as a play and you have like a bunch of stuff, like if you're playing like a mono red aggro type deck, then the other side of it's the best. In our deck, we're definitely looking at the Harnfell side more often, I think. All right. How do we do this? Well, we can... Yep. Brash Taunter. I don't think I discard that. That's interesting. They didn't play Yorion, so they don't have the ECD. Very likely. This might be foretold like Doomscar. Pelucranos doesn't deal with this. The only thing that deals with this well is ECD, and we're getting rid of the first one. Hopefully no more. Elder Gargaroth is annoying. Soul... Oh, alright, well... Cool. Cruise up. Swings in for 8. Yeah, Eska's Chariot's good. I really am a big fan of Eska's Chariot. Anytime that you can crew up with another creature, hitting for 8 on the next turn for 4 mana is really cool. And creating a wide board and doing... Yeah, it's good. I think it's a really, really powerful card. I'm never sure how many to be playing with it, though. Nice. Good job, sir. You were the biggest imbecile of them all. All right. We're just going to see how far we can go with this. I want to see what the other 2 things are. We can go Valakut Awakening. Yes. All right. All right. X for... That's right. You're dead there. and we're done. All right, concede. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. I'm ending this one a little bit earlier than normal, just because I don't think that the deck I built has a lot of chance of making as fun of content as I was hoping for. And so we're going to do some other stuff. This is one that I might take again into something like up against Sparky to do like more fun stuff with it. But there's fun stuff you can do with TORALF, but there's a reason why it's not really being seen play and everything. It's because it's a commander card. It's a really, really good card for commander. The hammer side of it's of course awful, but but the TORALF side of it actually can be really, really busted, really fun. And I guess in commander, no, even the TORALF's hammer side of it is bad even commander because it bounces back to hand. But I guess that's a way to get past like commander attacks, whatever you need to do. Anyway, overall, I think this deck is really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.